So
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about that side of it, Susan. How did you come from the original story writing to then decide that these really needed pictures? Is it the audience that makes a big difference to it?
Yes, I always considered the audience, but I also thought about the fact that they were for children who were beginning to read. So I was also limited to the numbers of words on each page.
Okay.
So that was a starting point. Then I had to think, how many pages do I want in the book for it not to be too onerous for a child that perhaps is challenged by reading?
Yeah.
And then I had to think, well, how is it going to be robust enough to make sense? And so how would I then do the chapters? So, yeah, it was a bit mechanical in terms of, figuring out the numbers of the pages and whatnot. But then from then, it was easy to then think about what pictures I had in my head and the storyboarding. That's when the storyboarding with Cass and Caitlin came up as a creative exercise, and that was the part where I couldn't believe I was considering that as work, because I was so switched on, loved it.
It's an amazing.
And there was a lot of animation, so I might be, walking down the corridor and explaining how I think a character would be if they're hot, like for example Tommy when he's hot with the, in the heat of the sun with the dog, how he's droopy at the end, and so I was actually doing that. And
so you were kind of a manikin for them,
so
and that was part of conveying the feeling of what the
and that was part of the
were.
communication, and that's where I think we bounced off, Cass and I bounced off really well with each other. So
that's fantastic.